Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Level 1 Roshan, the show about Dota 2 stats and meta-analysis brought to you by Curse and Dat Dota. I'm your host Jess, and this episode we're going to look at how April as a whole stacked up against previous months. It was a really interesting month actually, with some surprising heroes being picked up competitively and others falling off after a really long run. Now most notoriously, April saw the rise of Lycan. He finished the month with a near 100% combined pick and ban rate, meaning he was either picked or banned in almost every single competitive match played. His ban rate alone was 86%, showing just how afraid of him players are right now. Other heroes that stood out in April were Ember Spirit, Invoker, and Batrider, each of whom had a combined pick and ban rate of over 90%. And AA and Dazzle were the two standout supports, with pick and ban rates of 87% and 72% respectively. For the first time ever, Wraith King is competitively viable. Now he's not getting a ton of action, finishing the month with a 15% pick and ban rate. But when compared to the 1% of times he was getting picked or banned 2 months ago, this is a pretty drastic increase. Now we can most likely attribute this in part to the reincarnation buffs of 6.80 and the few matches that have been played since 6.81 hit show him being further on the rise. Now in terms of just pick rate, not taking ban percentage into account, Centaur Warrunner was the most popular hero in April, being picked in nearly 50% of all competitive matches, which is up by about 20% since March. Now as we mentioned before, Batrider was popular last month too, looking at just his pick rate that was close to 40%, which probably contributed to the decline in traditional offlaners like Clockwork and Nature's Prophet, both of whom saw significant drops in pick rate from March to April. And finally, a few other last-minute noteworthy changes. Naga Siren, Shadow Demon, Treant Protector, and Sand King all had fairly decent increases in pick and ban percentage from March to April, with all but Naga Siren continuing on that upward trend from the very early data we have of 6.81 so far. Visage, Nyx Assassin, and surprisingly Lifestealer are all on the decline, dropping 25%, 18%, and 17% respectively in terms of pick and ban percentage. So there are no obvious clues as to why Lifestealer in particular is becoming less popular. He had a really good run in there, but after we see more 6.81 competitive matches, it'll be interesting to see how the meta plays out. That's it for this episode. As always, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the TI4 qualifiers next week. Thanks for watching, enjoy the game!